Hi, Massive D here. If you're a person who wants to engineer their ships, yet every time you start reading about engineering or watching videos explaining how to engineer, you sort of feel like one of your eyes is swiveling to the side a little bit, don't worry, I got your back. In this video, I will show you the exact step-by-step process you need to do in order to become a master engineer, capable of putting together modules on a daily basis, without wasting time nor breaking a sweat. Here we go. Let's imagine we want to build ourselves a set of 3 multi-cannons. We watched some videos online of other players using them, read some things on the forums, and ultimately we decided all 3 of them should be overcharged, right? Now let us open our browsers and type in inara.cz/galaxy-engineers. This is a fantastic tool for planning out your engineering before you even leave the station. Let's press Ctrl F to bring out the search field and type in multi-cannon. We are looking for a person that can improve our multi-cannons to the highest possible grade, which is grade 5 in this game, and as you can see here, Todd the Blaster McQuinn, whom with such name probably was a porn star prior to becoming an engineer, is up for the task. So let's click on him, which gives us a list of what sort of modifications he can provide us with. Since we want overcharged multi-cannons, this is the result we're looking for, let's click that. Now, as you can see here, in this game, we engineer by stages, and every single stage recipe requires different components. But please note that in the last patch, developers actually removed the need for engineering commodities, so go ahead and ignore these. Inara just hasn't been updated yet. Let us continue. We will engineer our multi-cannons using 3 following stages. Stage 1, and this is literally the hardest one. We need to gather 70 common materials, or commons for short, for each item that we want to engineer. So 3 multi-cannons multiplied by 70 commons each equals 210 of them, which is super easy to acquire on the following planets. This one weird trick that doctors hate involves using 70 commons to quote-unquote power level with any engineer. All you have to do is level up any grade 1 modification that any given engineer provides, and it doesn't even need to be the weapon you want to engineer. For example, even if we ultimately want to engineer the 3 multi-cannons, for power leveling purposes we can engineer cannons or railguns, whatever the engineer provides. Basically, spam the grade 1 modification about 70 times, and you will instantly jump to grade 4, completely skipping grade 2 and 3 modifications, which will literally save you tens of hours. You may be asking, well, if I just need 70 commons to get to grade 4, why do I need to bring 210 of them? Well, if you are engineering non-weapon type modules, then yes, all you need is about 70 commons per engineer. However, if you're engineering weapons, you will want special effects, but to get those applied, the engineer will charge you 2 standing ranks with him for every single time you want to apply a different effect. Meaning, if at grade 5 you roll the weapon which doesn't have your desired effect or doesn't have one at all, you can pay 2 standing ranks and actually choose the effect you want. For example, if you want one of your multi-cannons to have corrosive shell effect, you can simply pay the engineer and he will apply it for you. But you will drop back to grade 3 with him, and then you will have to use more commons to climb back to grade 4 with the engineer and so on. That's why you need to bring a set of 70 commons for each weapon you want to engineer. So that was stage 1. The other stages are super easy and self-explanatory. So stage 2. Once we reach grade 4, we need to jump to the final, grade 5. Using commons would be too excessive and wasteful, as it takes something like 200 or even 300 of them to power level from grade 4 to 5. So instead, we will actually go ahead and check Inara again, and check what sort of mats we need for grade 4. This time, we will need 3 of each per weapon. Why 3, you ask? Well, because using grade 4 mats increases your progress towards grade 5 by about 34% each roll. And one thing to note, just like before, you don't need to actually do this for the weapon you plan to upgrade. If for example grade 4 railgun requires mats that you already have, just upgrade a dummy railgun and then throw it away. The level is all that matters. And for the last, stage 3, we check Inara recipe book again. This time, we will need 4 of each materials per weapon. Why 4? Well, after engineering literally hundreds of modules, I noticed that on average, I need roughly about 4 rolls per module to get the best possible outcome. You can bring more if you want to, but personally, I never found the need to bring any more than that. So this is how your final recipe for 3 overcharged multi-cannons would look like. Now let me show you how the process looks live, once you gathered all the mats and went to Todd. So stage 1, spamming commons. Stage 2, applying grade formats. Stage 5, looking for good rolls. And this is how you choose the special effect.
You're a wizard, Harry.